Ekiti State University.
It's not division which our fathers born. Blessed be thy diligence.
Members of the Ekiti State University Alumni Solidarity Group for BAO have come together to endorse Governor Biodun Oyebanji for a second term. Since the establishment of the university over 40 years ago, Governor Biodun Oyebanji is the first alumnus to become a state governor. This novel achievement has encouraged the products of the university to hope for a better tomorrow. Let's hear from the leaders and members of this esteemed group as they share their reasons for supporting the governor's re-election bid. To bail the cat is the global president of the Eksu Alumni Association, Ambassador Sheyi Idowu. He says that the governor has demonstrated capacity and determination to make Ekiti State great again.
Beyond the premise of the governor being one of us, a proud alumnus of this great citadel, the governor has earned that mark. He has scored his goal in a grand style. He's been able to convince beyond the four walls of Ekiti State University. He's been able to convince the generality of the people of Ekiti that he deserves to be supported for another term in office. The governor, being an alumnus, has supported all the initiatives of the Alumni Association. Secondly, in the area of infrastructural development, I say without mincing words that the governor had supported the Ekiti State University very, very tremendously. Only recently, the governor jacked up very significantly the subvention of the university, almost by 100%. This is novel. This has never happened. So, with this and many more, for me, the governor deserves the support of everybody, not just the alumni community, but all Ekiti indigenes. I visited the governor 2 days or 3 days after my election as global president. The governor promised I was going to give a bus to the alumni. In less than 2 weeks, the governor fulfilled that promise. This for us is the big deal. And that is the way we want every person in leadership position to stand by their words, stay by their words. Governor Biodun Oyebanji is an exemplification of integrity, who believes in whatever cause that is committed to.
The global secretary of the association, Mr. Olumide Abudu, says that the governor has proven that the products of Eksu are capable of providing good leadership.
Governor Oyebanji has never disappointed us in his first term. He has proven to us that being an alumni member, we can rely on him again and again. So, by and large, with what we see on ground, with his influence, bringing in developmental strides and whatever we can call it to Ekiti State, which is reflecting in everyday Ekiti's life, it is essential we give him that opportunity to do what he knows how to do, moving Ekiti State forward by giving him another chance. One term may not be sufficient for him to do that, which is essential. He has done it very well. How we do it again.
The vice president of the association, Mrs. Folashade Olusegun, described Governor Oyebanji as a purposeful leader who means well for the state, hence the endorsement.
Governor Biodun Oyebanji is a natural leader, a very passionate friend of the masses. Being one of us, he has not disappointed us. And that is why you can hear about his name everywhere. But anywhere you go, it's like MTN. He has worked and is still working. And he's so passionate about the progress of Ekiti State. And that is why, as an association, we will all be out for him again to support him in the forthcoming election. And we pray for victory. And he will surely succeed.
Dr. Jadisola Babatola, a former global president of the Eksu Alumni Association and key member of the group, has been a vocal supporter of Governor Oyebanji's policies. His enthusiasm and dedication to the governor's cause are evident in his words.
He has not performed less than our expectation. This is the first leadership, political leadership in the state that has showcased governance in the real sense of how it should be done. He's carrying along the traditional rulers, he's carrying along the elders, he's doing what needs to be done, he's bringing peace among political gladiators, he's bringing political leaders of different political convention and persuasion together, is managing the resources of the state. We have not heard of any scandal. It is making effort to complete uncompleted projects, whether it's the airport, whether it's the Ado-Ifaki Road, new projects. Look at the ongoing overhead bridge in trying to turn Ado-Ekiti into a metropolitan city. There are a lot of projects that he has embarked upon.
Another former president of the association, Dr. Steve Akadiri, also shares his insights on the governor's leadership style and vision for Ekiti State, which he says are invaluable.
Ekiti ranks number 1 in terms of being the fastest growing economy in the entire country. Again, educational attainments, all our institutions are doing very well funded, and we are glad and we are happy to be part of it. Agricultural revolution is one thing that Governor Bao have done excellently well. So when we said we were giving you an homegrown governor, we knew what we wanted, and you have gotten exactly what we have offered, and what we have offered has given you exactly what you desire. So once again, we are glad to represent Bao for a second term, because I believe one good term deserves another.
Dr. Oludotun Adetuberu, a former global president of Eksu Alumni Association, who championed the agitation for Oyebanji's governorship when he was the president of the body, says he is passionate about the governor's vision for Ekiti State's future.
Yes, first let me charge the product of that university, that we must all come together this time. The last one were a bit divided, but this time I think they too, they are proud of the governor. So we must all come together to make sure we return Governor Biodun Oyebanji. And I want to plead with Nigerian masses, the real electorates, not the Facebook activists, not the social media activists, those who have mandate, who have the electoral value, to please come together so that we can return this man. We have tried him, we have tested him, and we deserve to have him the second time.
As for Professor M.A. Ayeni, a respected academic and former president of the association, his expertise on the governor's policies and their impact on Ekiti State is unparalleled.
When the righteous rules, the people rejoice. Biodun Oyebanji is a blessing to Ekiti State at this period in time. It's a blessing to Eksu. It's a blessing to us in the area of education, social infrastructure. It's a blessing to Ekiti people in all ramifications. Even he has been in politics for a long time, but now he's now a practical. He studied political science here, but you can see that he's a practical political scientist because he's a lover of people, and the progress that is going on in Ekiti State now is even a testimony to say that Bao should be given the second time to come over again, so that the job he has started is able to concretize and able to make a very good end.
The immediate past president of the Eksu Global Alumni Association, Engineer Dikpo Bamshaye, believes that Governor Oyebanji will consolidate on his current achievements and improve on them during his second tenure as he drums support for his re-election.
The governor, even though being one of us, is not only meant to take care of the university, but I want to appreciate him for what he has done. I'm talking about communities in Ekiti State who has never had light in Ekiti State. Talking from Bonyi, Ijon, going to Ikole. I know communities that has never had light for 15 years. Today we are having electricity in these communities. Mr. Biodun Oyebanji has continually met the yearning and inspiration of the good people of Ekiti State, paying pension arrears in the last, dated back to as far back as the last 10 years. So, are we talking about hospital, upgrading of hospital facilities? Are we talking about internal roads in Ekiti State? Are we even talking about the inclusive peace in Ekiti State? If I have to keep mentioning, you can't do it all, but he has done beautifully well and we are proud of him.
The Vice Chancellor of Eksu, Professor Babatola Ayodele, described Governor Oyebanji as God-sent, saying that his continuity in governance will bring unprecedented development to the Ivory Tower.
He's the first alumnus of this university to be governor. And we are seeing what he's doing. We are experiencing it and experiencing a lot of serious turnaround in the affairs of this university and governance. If we are having a supportive governor, if we are having a cooperating governor, if we are having a progressive governor who is assisting Ekiti State University, then we don't have an option than to ensure that we support him and support his administration and join hands with the alumni to ensure that he gets to what God is taking him to.
Mr. Isaac Akinleye is a respected leader of the group, known for his thoughtful analysis of the governor's workings. His insights on the governor's leadership style and vision for Ekiti State are invaluable.
Let me tell you this. What we had in mind actually came to pass because we know his pedigree is in Ekiti and Ekiti is in him. He understands what Ekiti stands for. As young as he was then, we realized right from then that yes, this person will know what we need and we want to accomplish it. As secretary to the committee that created the state, that pursued the creation of Ekiti State, OS will understand what the vision the fathers then had in mind for asking for Ekiti State. Now, and as he was governor, you will discover that everything in the state became so calm. The state today is one of the most secure states in the country. The public servants, the civil servants, the teachers, no areas of salary. He is not insulting anybody. He has harmonized the various political blocks in Ekiti State. You can say today that Ekiti is more or less a one-party state.
Reverend B. Fasoyi, who was one of the front runners of the group during the campaign for Governor Oyebanji's first term, says he is not disappointed in Bao's ways of running his administration as he canvasses for the continuity of his government.
I should give you a medal by the Ekiti people because I promised he was going to do this when they didn't even know him or when he had not been governor. Now, we can say we told you so. So now, with the benefit of hindsight, everybody is on the same page now. People are now the ones saying, no, this man should continue these good works. So as far as I'm concerned, and as far as the alumni is concerned, there is no greater honor than to sit, than to roll up our sleeves again the second time and hit the streets to make sure that the good works he has started will not be truncated, but that he will finish very strong the second time.
Mr. Segun Odidi, who is also a key figure in the association, believes that rallying support for Governor Oyebanji to continue presiding over the affairs of the state will bring unprecedented development to Ekiti State and the university.
Bao, as popularly called, is a worthy ambassador of our great alumni association. Since his emergence as governor of Ekiti State, he has been deliberately putting smiles permanently on the faces of the good people of Ekiti State. He has performed tremendously towards the growth and the advancement of Ekiti State and her people. Bao is truly a worthy ambassador for our association. And on his re-election bid, all of us leaders of the associations and members are solidly in support of Bao re-election as governor of Ekiti State so that the good work can continue.
The Sanun chairman in Eksu, Comrade Aziz Aguda, believes that Governor Oyebanji has done so well to deserve a second term.
There is nothing we can gain in, changing the winning team. You understand? Let Bao continue for second term. We can as well mirror reality from the one he has done. And we can compare notes between his administration and the previous one. You understand? So you can juxtapose, and it's very clear. You don't need to Google.
Okay, my name is Bimbo Daramola.
Another notable member of this positive group is a former National Assembly member, Congressman Bimbo Daramola, who says that Governor Oyebanji is fit and proper to continue in office.
This is the trick of it. If the alumni body had done that for him and he had not matched the expectations, today nobody will be talking of endorsement. Nobody will be asking whether the institution or whether the alumni body should mobilize support behind his continuity and for him to keep his job as governor of this state. I believe very strongly that he has done the job for himself. He has marketed himself very well. And like I said, at another, platform that, we don't have to look too far. There used to be a song when we were in the same school in those days, no looking further. We've seen it that this governor, as an old boy, has discharged the burden of expectation of an old boy returning to the school as the visitor of the institution.
Pastor Tunji Aribasoye is another dedicated member of this group. His thoughts on the governor's achievements and vision for Ekiti State are enlightening.
We are not surprised because it's a product of a very, very beautiful university, one of the best universities in Nigeria. Looking at the education sector, the governor has truly done well. And looking at different projects across the state, right from the innovation of all our secondary schools in the state to the current agile projects cut across every part of the our local government in the Ekiti State. Over 250 projects currently ongoing within the sector, and of course, introduction of Ekiti electronic process for our secondary schools in the state, and of course now our secondary schools are being digitized. So the governor is very creative, is very genuine, and is just one of us working for all of us. And all we can do is to encourage him to continue, is to encourage him to sustain this energy and ensure that it gets better by the time it's done in 2030.
Professor Kayode Arogundade speaks on the various developmental strides of the Oyebanji administration, hence the need for Ekiti people to rally round him for the continuation of the good works.
The primary assignment of the governor is to ensure peace. That's why he's the chief security officer of the state. And if you look at Governor Biodun about Oyebanji from that angle, and I think in a very long time, since 1999, this is the first time we are having a very peaceful atmosphere, most especially as it has to do with political gladiators. In the past, you will have seen political gladiators, you will have seen fracas here and there on the streets of Ado Ekiti, in Ekiti State generally. But this is the first time we're having it peaceful. That almost all the state actors are coming together. And if you want to measure it by way of peace and peaceful coexistence in the state, you agree with me that anybody who is a lover of peace will want that to continue in the state. And that much you can say that on peaceful coexistence in the state, I think is a go-ahead for me, for Governor Biodun Oyebanji.
Another prominent member of the group is Dr. Jide Akinyemi, who shares his thoughts on why Governor Biodun Oyebanji deserves another term in office.
Bao has redefined what true development means in Ekiti. He has rehabilitated and constructed over 40 major roads, urban, rural, inter-community, intra-community, thereby connecting long-neglected communities, which in turn is boosting economic activities all over the states. Over 1,000 kilometers of rural roads are being opened up through the RAMP project, And this is empowering and supporting farmers, traders, and everyday commuters. You will agree with me. One good term deserves another. Its results speak louder than words. There is visible transformation in infrastructure, health, electricity, security, education, and the likes. Let us give Bao the opportunity to finish what he has started.
Also a prominent alumnus of Eksu, Mr. Tokwe Adebayo, says that supporting Governor Oyebanji is supporting growth and development of the university and Ekiti State at large.
My endorsement is rooted in the fact that he has been able to demonstrate that what good leadership and good governance should be. He's been able to live it in the last 3 years of his administration. He's been able to demonstrate that with a lean resources, that with the lean resources of the state, that it is possible to actually perform what could be regarded as wonders in some climes, given what we have. He's been able to, increase the internally generated revenue of the state. He's been able to do well in the area of youth empowerment. He's been able to commence proper agricultural revolution in the state.
Also, a dynamic member of the group is Mr. Shola Fayemi. He believes wholeheartedly in the re-election of the governor for the good works to continue in the state.
I'm throwing my support behind an illustrious son and one of us, Bao, Governor Biodun Oyebanji. To me, Bao is not only an acronym, but the B for me stands for balance and bridge builder. The A for me is admirable, and the O for me is originality and outstanding contribution. I, Shola Fayemi, the Global Technical Secretary of Eksu Alumni Association, am standing behind Bao for him to continue the good works in making Ekiti and in taking Ekiti to greater heights.
Soji Enyilanwo is a prominent alumnus of Eksu. His passion about the governor's vision for Ekiti State's future remains encouraging.
Over 2.5 years ago, we were with him supporting his candidature. And up till now, he has reflected in a very massive way the confidence that we have reposed in him. The man has performed across several segments in Ekiti. He has delivered excellently. No wonder across amongst the political elite, across the political aisle, everybody is endorsing him. Definitely, we know that he's going to do more if he's given much more if he's given another 4-year term to work for the people of Ekiti State. He's a remarkable gentleman, somebody who has done so well. Never in the history of Ekiti, I believe, has there been such, massive performance as we have seen with this governor.
Let's now hear from another notable member, Mr. Jide Olufuyi, on why he believes Governor Oyebanji deserves another term.
I want to endorse the Ekiti State Governor, His Excellency Biodun Oyebanji, for a second term, because he has consistently delivered on his promises to the good people of Ekiti and our university. He is well loved by all due to his numerous developmental strides within the state. I lend my voice to the desire of the global alumni body of the Ekiti State University Ado-Ekiti that Governor Oyebanji receives the necessary support to remain in office beyond 2026. I am for Bao 247.
Mr. Kadri Olawale brings a fresh perspective to the table with his thoughts on the governor's intentions to further the development of Ekiti State and the citadel of learning.
They say one good time deserves another. Governor Biodun Oyebanji has performed excellently across different sectors of our state economy and life. Health, education, infrastructure, what a few. So this is just an ordinary summation of the referendum of the Ekiti people on the governor to continue to lead us as the executive governor of our state. So I therefore endorse him for a second term in office, and I call on our leaders, our friends, our colleagues across the 16 local governments of Ekiti State. I call on every citizens of Ekiti State here or in the diaspora to rally around the governor, to support him and to endorse him, and when the time comes, to come around and vote for him for a second term.
As for Mrs. Adeola Adeleye Fashuba, the Biodun Oyebanji administration has done very well in all sectors of the economy.
It is a great pleasure to be able to endorse Governor Biodun Oyebanji for a second term as governor of Ekiti State. He has done marvelously well. His strides in the health sector have been noted. Doctors and nurses have been recruited on a continuous basis. Health facilities have been revamped and renovated. And generally, the health sector has taken a step forward so that our people are well looked after. Also in the educational sector, youth development, we see giant strides. Trainings are being done from host fairs. We have expatriates coming in to support us. We have diasporans coming in to support the young people in the state.
Olumide Adelugba is of the view that giving Governor Oyebanji another term in office will totally transform Ekiti State.
I spent over 3 years in office and the result is everywhere for everyone to see. I've said to myself that a man who is given such opportunity and has done this much should actually get another turn. A good turn, they actually said, deserves another, and a good time in office actually deserves another. Governor Biodun Oyebanji has done so much for Ekiti people and done so well for Ekiti people beyond even expectation. And it is on that note that the members of the alumni has come again to solicit and to endorse the candidature of Governor Biodun Oyebanji for another 4 years in office.
In his closing statement, the Global Alumni President of Eksu says that the Alumni Solidarity Group will ensure the victory of the governor like he did during his first-term contest.
Well, you've listened to most of our stakeholders, our leaders, members, past presidents, members of BOT. You've listened to their submissions, and that is just beyond my individual perception. The governor has done incredibly well, and we'll just urge Ekiti people, particularly our members, graduates of Ekiti State University worldwide, who are residents in Ekiti, who have the mandate to also cast their votes in Ekiti, to support Governor Biodun Oyebanji, to continue the good works he has started. The conviction I have, and this is very basic, is that the governor will do even more if given the opportunity. And as I've always said, one of us is always better than none of us. Thank you.
Hail, hail, Ekiti.
It is the overall belief of the group that Governor Oyebanji has demonstrated that Eksu products are able, capable and fit for leadership positions locally, nationally and internationally.
Eksu, Eksu, Eksu.